And the next key for a stress-free migration is don't rush. One of the biggest stressors for migrating projects comes from making assumptions about how quickly the move can be planned and executed. Do yourself a favor and resist the temptation to assume your migration can be done quickly. With this in mind, we want to share our advice. Expect the unexpected. Migrations rarely go as originally planned, and unanticipated issues will arise when testing. Avoid the urge to assume your situation will be different and build slack for the unexpected into your timeline. Anticipate a steep learning curve. Your migration team will have to learn about the cloud versions, understand the migration strategies and tools, iterate through several test migrations, identify solutions to issues as they're discovered, and document the migration script. Understanding the demands your migration team will face will ensure you set aside enough of their focus and time so their attention can be directed towards your migration. Turnaround time takes time. These migrations involve multiple companies and teams, each providing their expertise and often working in disparate countries and time zones. During the migration, you will engage with many parties from Atlassian. If you are using add-ons with your products, then it's likely you will need to reach out to the app vendors for support. And I expect many of you will work with an Atlassian partner for your cloud licensing and possibly to support your migration. In our experience, the turnaround time for each request often takes days, more so if your request needs to travel the rounds between teams. Awareness will ensure you build this into your timeline. Lastly, dedication is essential. We've already mentioned it. Your migrating team will need time set aside from their normal day-to-day to work on migration planning, preparing, and testing. It isn't just your core migration team we're talking about either. We recommend organizations identify a dedicated executive sponsor and actively involve various types of stakeholders. You can help reduce stress if you provide space for your team to dedicate themselves towards the migration. I'm guessing the last thing you want to hear from me is to slow down, that taking your time will reduce your migration stress. Probably in many respects, this advice feels like the opposite is true. If that's the case, then you may be keen to understand how you can reduce your time to migrate. The answer: engage an Atlassian solutions partner like Highway 3 to assist with your migration. A migration partner will have better insight. We know where to focus and what to avoid. We know intimately what gets migrated and what doesn't. We do a discovery of your server data and configurations and tailor a migration plan that fits your needs. Our insights can reduce risk and streamline the action you need to take. A migration partner knows the territory. Our migration team has spent the past 2 years immersed in migrating the Atlassian products from server to cloud. We have helped many organizations and successfully migrated multiple servers to the cloud. We've established relationships and earned a sterling reputation with many Atlassian migration managers and support engineers. We understand the language of migration and know how to talk to Atlassian and app vendors. A migration partner can guide and educate. Our experience and knowledge positions us to be excellent guides for your cloud adoption. We leverage the time spent preparing for your migration to educate your admins and stakeholders, not just on the migration approach and tools, but on the cloud features. Our migration work with clients is immersive. We provide demonstrations, allow for opportunities for hands-on practice, share articles, and recommend training for your users. We look to the future beyond simply migrating and offer suggestions for streamlining and improving so you can leverage the tools and make the most of your investment. A migration partner has attention and focus. Our team is dedicated to migrations. We do this all day, every day. We stay on top of changes to the latest migration information as improvements are released frequently, almost on a weekly cadence. Plus, as an Atlassian solutions partner, We have access to additional in-depth support material provided by Atlassian. They set us up to support you. And finally, your migration is our highest priority.